Tonight, Governor Newsom is endorsing Kamala Harris as well, saying in part, with our democracy at stake and our future on the line, no one is better to prosecute the case against Donald Trump's dark vision and guide our country in a healthier direction than America's vice president.
And ABC 10's Garj Paulsunga joins us live in studio with even more reactions from both sides of the aisle tonight.
Yeah, Luke, and today's decision sent this presidential race on a new course. And speaking with local elected leaders, this not only caused some changes for the Democratic Party, but also the Trump campaign, as they will have to shift their strategy.
President Joe Biden's historic decision to drop out of the 2024 presidential race, sending shockwaves and uncertainty, with Election Day a little more than 3 months away.
President Biden has really come into a difficult and made a very wise but difficult decision.
Democratic Congressman John Garamendi coming to grips with the president's decision and not wasting any time, endorsing Vice President Kamala Harris, calling it a good situation going forward.
Who I've worked with for, 30 years now, since 1991. An exceptional person. And I think we're going to find people rallying quickly behind her. I know the California Democratic delegation is in the process of doing that.
The data that we've been seeing over the last week or so hasn't been great. And this is about defeating Donald Trump.
Congressman Ami Bera says the 3.5 years as vice president makes Harris the strongest candidate for this role.
I'm sure she's learned a lot from President Biden. I think she's ready to do the job compared to everyone else who's out there. She's my candidate.
It'll be difficult to know how to really handle the ongoing strategy of the campaign until they know who the opponent is.
Republican State Senator Roger Nilo says with the few months left until Election Day, it does not leave a lot of time to vet a presidential candidate.
Puts the Republicans in a bit of a dilemma, too, because their campaign strategy is going to be different depending upon who the candidate is. So they're not even going to know who their candidate is until the Democrats do.
Nilo surprised Biden did not endorse Harris for president in the initial announcement, but did it nearly 30 minutes after. While Nilo does not support Biden, he is saddened. This is how a political career could end.
We all had to see it while he was struggling through it, and it was sad and kind of unfair to him and his legacy.
And so changes in the air for the presidential campaigns, and Representative Bera and Garamendi believe as the ground shift towards Harris, then the National Democratic leaders who have not backed her ultimately will.
All
Alicia.
right, Garj Paul, thank you. A topic we will continue to follow, of course. California, along with the nation, is watching this closely. Kamala Harris has roots in the Bay Area and marked a lot of firsts in our state. According to the LA Times, Harris was born in Oakland to parents who moved to California to study at UC Berkeley. She spent her childhood in Oakland and Berkeley until her parents divorced. Her elementary school back in the 70s, was the second one to integrate Berkeley schools. As for her political career, Harris was the first woman elected as San Francisco's district attorney. She was the first woman elected to be California's attorney general, and she then became the first person of color to be elected for the U.S. Senate from California. She was also the first woman elected for vice president of the United States.